Epictetus focus technique. That notification sound. A tiny, insignificant chime, yet it hits your brain like a wrecking ball. 1 second, you're in the zone, deep in a state of flow. The words are coming, the code is compiling, the design is taking shape. The next, your concentration is shattered into a million pieces. Your focus, once a powerful, directed laser beam, is now a scattered mess, bleeding out all over the digital floor. You tell yourself it'll just take a second to check, but that second turns into a minute, that minute into 5, and by the time you drag your attention back to your original task, the magic is gone. The mental engine has cooled. You're left staring at the screen, trying to remember where you were, what you were thinking, how to restart the momentum you so painstakingly built. This isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a constant, insidious theft of your most valuable resource, your attention. In our hyper-connected, interruption-driven world, this cycle of distraction and recovery is the default state for many of us. A relentless battle against a tide of pings, pop-ups, and people demanding just a moment of our time. We lose hours, we lose productivity, and most importantly, we lose our peace of mind. But what if there was a way to stop the bleeding? Not a way to prevent the wound, the interruptions will always come, but a way to instantly apply first aid to your focus, to staunch the flow of attention before it drains away completely. This is the power of a 2,000-year-old Stoic secret, a technique from the brilliant mind of Epictetus that we can call the Mental Tourniquet. This isn't about building a fortress around your work or living like a hermit. It's a practical, in-the-moment strategy designed for the chaos of the real world. It's an emergency response system for your mind. The core problem, as the Stoics understood so well, isn't the interruption itself. The interruption is an external event, and as such, it is ultimately outside of our direct control. The real damage happens in the moment's the interruption. It's the mental cascade that follows, the shift from a proactive, task-oriented mindset to a reactive, scattered one. This is the bleed of attention. The mental tourniquet is a deliberate, conscious act of will, a 3-step process rooted in the fundamental Stoic principle of distinguishing what we can control from what we cannot. The first step is the most counterintuitive. Acknowledge the interruption without judgment. When that email notification flashes or a colleague taps you on the shoulder, our typical reaction is one of frustration, of internal resistance. Not now. Why can't I just get 5 minutes of peace? This reaction, this judgment, is like pouring fuel on the fire. You're not just dealing with the interruption anymore. You're now dealing with your own emotional storm about the interruption. This is a battle on 2 fronts, and it's exhausting. The Stoic approach is radically different. You simply acknowledge the event as a neutral fact. A sound occurred, a person spoke. That is all. You observe it as you would observe a cloud passing in the sky. You don't get angry at the cloud for blocking the sun for a moment. You simply note its presence and wait for it to pass. By refusing to layer your own negative judgment onto the event, you rob it of its power to derail you emotionally. You are not engaging with it, you are merely registering its existence. This is a profound mental shift from being a victim of your environment to being a calm observer of it. Once you've acknowledged the event, you move immediately to the second, most critical step. Mentally apply the tourniquet. This is a decisive, conscious pause. It is the moment you stop the bleeding. Before your mind has a chance to wander down the rabbit hole of the email, before you formulate a complex answer to your colleague, you hit a mental stop button. This can be as simple as taking a single, deliberate breath. Inhale, exhale. In that brief moment, you are creating a space, a buffer zone between the external stimulus and your internal response. This pause is your act of reclaiming control. You are severing the automatic, reactive link that usually pulls you away from your work. You are consciously preventing the mental bleed from becoming a hemorrhage. This isn't about ignoring the interruption, it's about choosing how you will deal with it and on your own terms. This deliberate pause prevents the hijack of your cognitive resources. It's a declaration to your own brain, I see that, but we are not going there right now. We are staying here. With the bleeding stopped, you proceed to the third step, the heart of Epictetus's wisdom. Reevaluate the impression. The Stoics had a word for the raw data our senses receive from the world, impressions or phantasiae. An impression is the initial appearance of things, not the things themselves. The chime of an email is an impression. The words of your colleague are an impression. Our mistake is that we often react to these impressions as if they are absolute truths or urgent commands. Epictetus famously advised, "First say to every harsh impression, you are an impression and not at all the thing you appear to be." In this step, you apply that wisdom. You look at the interruption and you challenge its perceived importance. That email notification? It's just a symbol on a screen. It is an impression of urgency, but it is not urgency itself. Is it truly a 5-alarm fire, or can it wait 15 minutes? That colleague's question? It's an impression of immediacy. But is it a genuine emergency, or is it a query that can be handled after you finish your current thought? By questioning the impression, you are engaging your rational mind, your prefrontal cortex, instead of letting your reactive lizard brain take over.
You are assessing its true significance, not its apparent significance. 9 times out of 10, you will find the interruption is not the world-ending crisis it first appeared to be. This reevaluation allows you to consciously and logically decide your next move, which, in most cases, is to firmly redirect your attention back to your primary task. You make a note, you say, "Give me 5 minutes," and you turn back, your focus intact, the crisis averted. This entire process, acknowledge, pause, reevaluate, can take as little as 3 seconds, but its impact is monumental. With consistent practice, it becomes an automatic reflex, training your mind to be resilient, focused, and unshakable in the face of modern life's endless distractions. You are no longer a ship tossed about by the waves of interruption. You are the captain, calmly at the helm, choosing your own course.